How to configure the SigmaCheck and use its alarm functionality. To get into the alarm menu, from the home screen, we go right, down to advanced. Here we see we have alarms. So if I enter the menu, the SigmaCheck on the reading screen can display 4 alarm conditions. And these are if the conductivity goes above or below specified values, whether the thickness or lift-off goes above or below specified values. Here we can see those specified values. We currently have values in percentage IACs and in millimetres. These are completely configurable in the units menu, which will be discussed elsewhere. For the sake of this example, I shall be using percentage IACs and millimetres. As you can see, the values are all set very wide, with the minimum set to 0 and the maximum set fairly high. So if I go back to the reading screen, as you can see, the 4 small circles at the bottom left, which indicate alarms, none of those are illuminated. And if I then use some shims to generate lift-off, again displayed in blue. So now if I go back to the alarms menu, we can configure some alarms. So we'll set a high conductivity value of 100. Going to modify values, left and right, select the highlighted digit, up and down will vary the value of that digit. So there we have 100% IACs, accept, down to the low conductivity. Now right to edit that, we should use a value of 28. So 8, cross, add a digit, and 2. Thickness high value of 0.4 millimeters and low of 0.2. So there we go. I should accept those values. Now back, go to the reading screen. So again, we have 4 circles or representations of LEDs. The first 2 relate to the top half of the screen, or in this case, conductivity, and the second 2 relate to the bottom half of the screen, in this case, lift-off. As you can see, both of the minimum LEDs are flashing because we have no reading. If I now place the probe onto a conductivity, so here we have roughly 20%, 26% IACs, which is below the 28 we specified as an alarm. So the value is now displayed in red rather than previously in blue. The lift-off of basically 0, again below the minimum we selected, so the LED is flashing. If I move to a different material, here we have roughly 32% IACs. The value is now displayed in blue, and no LED representing the top part of the screen is now flashing. Lift-off still 0. Find out, select another material and use a shim to generate thickness. You can see there that now both values are displayed in blue because we have 0.25 millimeters lift-off, which is within our range, and again the value is hovering around 100% IACs, so going between blue and red. So that explains the basic alarm functionality. Another use of the alarm values is the way we display the conductivity and lift-off in bar graph mode. So if I go through, you have the lift-off bar graph, conductivity bar graph. I should change the bottom half to display the lift-off in bar graph form. Again, the values that we set on the alarms menu now become the ranges on the x-axis of the graph. So if I now put the probe on a material, again, the conductivity is displayed in meter style. So as the conductivity varies, as you can see, the bar moves up and down. So that's on various materials. And the same with the lift-off. Again, without a lift-off, the bar graph can't be seen. If I then place a material down. As you can see, lift off is now visible, and blue because it isn't in an alarm condition. Try some thicker shims. See if the graph has moved. Finally, thick one off the scale and now displayed red. And that is it for the alarm functionality.